The time is 6 a.m. and your alarm rings. You groggily wake up, pour yourself a cup of coffee, and begin the familiar routine of getting ready for work. As you head out the door, you're met with a sea of brake lights and bumper-to-bumper traffic. The minutes tick by as you inch forward, finally arriving at your destination just in time for your shift. You work diligently throughout the day, clocking out as the evening settles in. Back in your car, you drive home, tired and ready to unwind, only to realize that tomorrow the cycle begins all over again. For many, this endless loop of routine and obligation can feel extremely mundane and can often lead to questions like, what is the meaning of life? Is there a God? Will I go to heaven or hell? Is there a heaven or hell? Does anything I do actually matter? The search for meaning can often seem futile, leaving us wondering if there is more to life. Or is it that life is just absurd? Albert Camus was a French-Algerian philosopher, novelist, and playwright, born in 1913 in French Algeria. His early life was marked by hardship. His father died in World War I, and his mother was deaf and illiterate. Despite these challenges, Camus excelled academically and eventually moved to France, where he became a prominent figure in literary and philosophical circles. Camus is often associated with existentialism, though he himself rejected this label. Instead, he developed his own philosophy centered around the concept of the absurd. The absurd, according to Camus, arrives from the conflict between our desire for clarity and the chaotic and different universe we inhabit. He explored these ideas in his novels, essays, and plays, most notably in works like The Stranger, The Myth of Sisyphus, and The Plague. Camus's philosophy doesn't just dwell on the bleak aspects of the human condition, it also offers a path forward. He argued that in the face of absurdity, we should embrace life fully, living with passion, authenticity, and compassion. His ideas challenge us to find our own meaning in a world that offers none, to live life on our own terms, and to do so with courage and integrity. In this video, we'll delve into 10 profound life lessons inspired by Camus's philosophy. These lessons are not just abstract ideas, they are practical guides for living a more authentic and fulfilling life. So let's explore how embracing the absurd can actually lead to a life rich with purpose and joy. One of the most intriguing aspects of Camus's philosophy is his concept of the absurd. The absurd arises from the clash between our inherent desire to find meaning in life and the indifferent, chaotic universe that offers none. According to Camus, this realization can be deeply unsettling, but it doesn't have to lead to despair. Instead, he suggests that embracing the absurd can be liberating. To embrace the absurd means to accept that life is unpredictable and often lacks inherent meaning. It involves acknowledging that the universe doesn't operate according to our desires or expectations. However, this acceptance doesn't mean we should give up or fall into nihilism. On the contrary, by embracing the absurd, we free ourselves from the pressure of finding some grand cosmic purpose. This freedom allows us to live more fully in the present, to accept the fleeting moments of joy and the beauty that life offers. For example, think about the moments when you've experienced deep joy or satisfaction. Whether it's a beautiful sunset, a moment of connection with a loved one, or a personal achievement, these moments may not have a greater cosmic significance, but they are profoundly meaningful to us as individuals. By embracing the absurd, we can learn to cherish these moments for what they are, without needing to find some deeper, overarching purpose. Living authentically is a central theme in Camus's work. He believed that in a world where external authorities and societal norms often dictate how we should live, it's crucial to find our own path and be true to ourselves. Authenticity for Camus means living in a way that reflects our true values, desires, and beliefs rather than simply conforming to external expectations. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's world where social media and societal pressures can often lead us to present a curated, inauthentic version of ourselves. Camus encourages us to look beyond these external pressures and to connect with our inner selves. This means being honest about our desires and aspirations, even if they don't align with societal norms or expectations. Living authentically also involves making difficult choices. It means being willing to stand up for what we believe in, even if it means going against the grain. It requires courage to face the potential consequences of our choices and to take responsibility for our actions. However, the reward is a life that feels true to who we are, a life where we can find genuine satisfaction and fulfillment. Camus's concept of rebellion is closely tied to his ideas about the absurd. He believed that in the face of an absurd and often unjust world, rebellion is a necessary and positive force. However, this rebellion is not about destruction or chaos. It's about affirming our own dignity and humanity in the face of a meaningless universe. Rebellion, according to Camus, is a way of asserting our individuality and standing up for our values. It's about refusing to accept injustice, whether it comes from external authorities or internalized beliefs. This can manifest in many ways, from fighting for social justice and human rights to challenging our own limiting beliefs and prejudices. One of the most powerful lessons from Camus is the importance of finding joy in the present moment. In his novel The Stranger, the protagonist Marceau experiences a profound sense of peace and contentment by embracing the present, even as he faces the absurdity of his situation. This lesson is about learning to appreciate the simple pleasures of life without constantly seeking fulfillment in the future or lamenting the past. In our modern world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, always looking ahead to the next goal or worrying about past mistakes. Camus reminds us that true contentment can only be found in the present moment. This doesn't mean we should ignore the future or the past, but rather we should focus on experiencing the present fully. This can be as simple as savoring a delicious meal, enjoying a beautiful sunset, or spending quality time with loved ones. It's about being fully present and appreciating the beauty and joy in these moments. By cultivating mindfulness and gratitude, we can find a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness in our everyday lives. Death is a central theme in Camus's philosophy. He believed that the inevitability of death is a fundamental aspect of the human condition. However, rather than being a source of despair, this awareness can be empowering. Camus argued that knowing our time is limited should encourage us to live more fully and authentically. Accepting the inevitability of death means confronting our mortality and recognizing that life is finite. This can be a difficult realization, but it also offers a valuable perspective. It reminds us to prioritize what truly matters, to focus on our passions and relationships, and to let go of trivial concerns. For instance, when we acknowledge the reality of death, we may be more inclined to take risks, pursue our dreams, and spend time with people we care about. We may also find it easier to let go of grudges, forgive others, and focus on the positive aspects of our lives. Camus teaches us that rather than fearing death, we should use our awareness of it to motivate us to live fully and passionately. Camus's essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, presents a powerful metaphor for the human condition. In Greek mythology, Sisyphus is condemned to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity, only for it to roll back down each time he reaches the top. Camus uses this myth to illustrate the idea that life can often feel like an endless, futile struggle. However, he argues that we must imagine Sisyphus as happy because the struggle itself gives his life meaning. This lesson is about embracing the challenges and difficulties we face in life. Rather than trying to avoid or escape these struggles, Camus encourages us to find meaning and satisfaction in the effort itself. The journey, with all its ups and downs, is what shapes us and gives our lives depth. In a world devoid of inherent meaning, Camus believed it was up to each individual to create their own meaning and purpose. This view empowers us to take control of our lives and make choices that align with our values and passions. Whether it's through art, work, relationships, or personal projects, we have the freedom and responsibility to define what gives our lives meaning. Creating our own meaning is an act of rebellion against the absurdity of life. It's about taking charge of our destiny and living intentionally. This can be a daunting task, but it's also incredibly liberating. By creating our own meaning, we become the authors of our own stories, shaping our lives in ways that are fulfilling and authentic. An artist might find meaning in creating beautiful works of art, while a scientist might find purpose in discovering new knowledge. A parent might find fulfillment in raising children, while a humanitarian might find meaning in helping others. These possibilities are endless, and Camus encourages us to explore them fully, to find what resonates with us, and to pursue it with passion and dedication. Camus often explored the theme of solitude in his works, highlighting its importance for self-discovery and personal growth. He believed that solitude allows us to confront our true selves, free from the distractions and influences of society. This lesson is about the value of spending time alone, reflecting on our thoughts and feelings, and gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves. In our hyper-connected world, it can be challenging to find moments of true solitude. However, Camus reminds us that solitude is essential for cultivating a rich inner life. It allows us to think critically, explore our creativity, and connect with our innermost desires. Embracing solitude can lead to greater self-awareness and a more authentic way of living. Taking time for introspection can help us identify our true passions and values. It can also provide clarity in times of confusion or uncertainty. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature, embracing solitude allows us to reconnect with ourselves and gain a deeper sense of purpose and direction. Despite his focus on the absurd and often harsh realities of life, Camus believed in the importance of compassion and empathy. He argued that we are all in this absurd world together, and that recognizing our shared humanity is crucial for building a more just and compassionate society. This lesson is about extending kindness and understanding to others, even in the face of adversity. During times of crisis or hardship, showing compassion and empathy can provide comfort and support to those in need. It can also help build stronger, more meaningful connections with others. By practicing compassion and empathy, we can contribute to creating a more compassionate and empathetic world, where people feel valued and understood. Camus believed in living with passion and intensity. He argued in the face of life's absurdity, we should pursue our passions with vigor and enthusiasm. Whether it's in our work, hobbies, or relationships, living passionately means fully engaging with life and savoring every moment. If you have a passion for music, pursue it with all your heart. If you love to travel, explore the world and immerse yourself in new cultures. If you have a dream of starting your own business, take the leap and make it happen. Whatever your passion may be, Camus encourages you to embrace it fully and live a life that is rich with excitement and meaning. Albert Camus offers profound insights into the human condition, urging us to confront the absurdity of life with courage, authenticity, and compassion. His philosophy teaches us to embrace the present, find joy in the struggle, and live passionately and authentically. By internalizing these lessons, we can navigate the complexities of existence with a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Life may be absurd, but it's also beautiful, rich, and full of potential. Let's embrace it fully with all its challenges and wonders, and live our lives with passion, purpose, and compassion.